Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Horizon Zero Dawn. Now this is part 91. About to get started on. We're in this sort of big facility, Project Zero Dawn facility, so I'm kind of, I don't know, about 2/3 of the way through it I think. So yeah, I was about to read this thing here, on this desk here. This thing. Full steam ahead. Right. From Elizabeth Sobek to Margot Shen. Subject, full steam ahead. Right. Margot. If I doubled your brilliance in the slightest... Sorry, doubted your brilliance in the slightest, I wouldn't have picked you as the Festus Alpha. You need to stop worrying about your age and communication style. You are who you are. Have confidence in yourself. You know what you're doing. Case in point, the latest draft of your plan for the construction and stocking of bootstrap silos to store raw materials is excellent. This, combined with your design for the AM Foundry core and the Foundry site selection plan, and up to a comprehensive plan, it's time to start construction. One detail: consult with Iomid Okilo before you finalize the silo inventories. Festus's first task will be to fabricate the robots that will construct the waveform broadcast towers Minerva will use to transmit the deactivation codes. So any exotic materials needed for the towers should be accounted for in the inventory plan. Elizabeth. Okay. Right. Get onto this hologram there, and what's over here? Oh no, yeah, suck. Right, nothing here. Yeah.
I've seen these shapes before, in cauldrons.
But of course, the birthing places of Gaia's machines.
Yeah. So heading towards the stairs. And that square. Find the entrance to Sobek's office. There it is. From here. Oh. Okay. stairs here. No. New area, got to check. Right. Hopefully there won't be any more enemies. That's asking a lot, I think. Feel like one of these Marines and Aliens or something, you know? Big gun like this, sort of ooh. Vasquez. Right. Right. Where am I going here? Heading towards a square, I think. That's where it was, down there.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off.
So that's there.
There's got to be a way inside.
Keep looking.
Probably not a door puzzle. What's the betting?
More clips.
Careful
What?
now.
Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the ones that are in range though. Could be more, and there's 6. Let's mark them. Tag them. Tag them and bag them. Right. They're down there though. And I'm up here, so that's the way I like it.
She must be here.
I've got a big gun. I could always go back for one of the others if I run out of this one. There's 2 others back in that room that I left. I think there's 2 others anyway. One other. They may be gone in this game. I don't know. Right. That's another one. So that, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where am I going here? I'm way I'm way away from the square thing. There. How many bullets have I got? Oh, that's not bad amount. Could kill a few. Only a few probably. Ah no, I've got to go down now. Not good. What's that? A heal projector. As you can see, 7 of them. That's the ones that are in range. It could be more.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
Right, it's quite long. Ah, dead end. Right, thing to read here or listen to. And that's a text. Okay, encapsulated DNA. Okay. From Samina, what's her name? Ebaj, to Elizabeth Sobek, subject encapsulated DNA, and the winner is encapsulated DNA. Over the past 10 days, I performed an exhaustive review of the data storage solutions, magnetic, optical, quantum, even that eternity, even that, ever that eternity take that fast I was stilling a year or so ago, but every other solution has one or more fatal shortcomings. Too heavy to transport, too massive to install in the allotted space, too power intensive over the centuries, too prone to failure past 300 to 400 years of at Satia, whatever. Right, encapsulated DNA will easily hold the 40 plus zettabytes we've projected to Apollo. We're subjected to Apollo. There are still many details to finalise, of course. To start with, we need to select the inert material in which will embed the molecules. Already testing 16 candidate materials, as well as design and fabricate power systems and sealed relico that will keep the DNA at 18 degrees for 1,000+ years. Right? So long as I assure you that it didn't factor into my decision, may I confess that I deem it entirely fitting, indeed propitious, that we will be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction. It's not just ironic but heroic. Life as the hero, beating back the forces of oblivion. In any case, much to do until next time. Peace be with you, Semina. Yep. Okay. Now I've got to go down these stairs, unfortunately, and into all those guys I've got to take out, probably. Another one of these, damn. And it's another text, unfortunately. Apollo update. Apollo update. From Santina Ibaj to Elizabeth Sobek, subject Apollo update. Over the past 2 months, the full benefit of our procurement of a copy of the Homer archive from Far Zenith has made itself known, and as a result, all of Apollo's key deliveries are on schedule. Apollo has already surpassed 40 million discrete data entries and continues to grow. The physical science modules are effectively complete, with soft science modules close behind. World history, cultural data and media archives are also on schedule. Language preservation is wrapping up a bit ahead of schedule due to falling short of our goal to preserve 4,500 languages. I suppose the tragic early loss of Papua New Guinea doomed that goal from the outset, with attendant curricula development about to begin. Speaking of the heuristic curricula, they are performing well in testing with children and adolescents, demonstrating high levels of engagement with the trust in the Aristotle and Aspasia persona. Personally, I find them highly engaging, especially when they debate. I wish half my professors had been so entertaining. Peace be with you, Semina. God, there's just still a load of them there, to get. It just goes on and on. Whew. That's where they are. I've got them all marked.
All of this lost. The ancients' greatest gift to us.
Greatest? How about the fact we exist at all?
To abide in ignorance is a curse, Aloy. You of all people should know that.
Right, let's start taking them down with this gun. I've got the gun, but 60 bullets is not a lot for 7 or 8. cultists. Might have to go back and get the other gun. Or use mines and wires and whatnot. Yes, I might do that. Put that down. Let's get a light off. Okay. One down. 6 to go. Or 7 to go, or something like that.
This is more ancient than I knew.
There's only 5 in the picture there, but there's really 6 more to go. I definitely counted 7. Don't know where. So one's wandered off somewhere. Well, that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it? No, it's not. It's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's 6.
Come out! I'll make it quick!
What I could do is stick some mines here and get their attention and
Anything out there?
Alright, there's one.
Contact!
Oh dear. That's clever. How many's left? Only 2. Not bad. Not bad. Come on. Right, let's get the gun for the heavy. Oh no, I'm hearing more. It's just him. Another gun, nice. I've already taken one heavy out.
Finally.
Right, he's up there. Just check that there's no one else. There's something over there. It's out of range though. Okay. Got a gun. Got a hologram here, I think. place is a bit confusing.
Don't mind me.
It's up there. Right. Good view of them. And let rip. What's he doing? What's he doing?
Bad day for one of these.
Can't get at him, he's too... Okay.
On once more.
In what should have been a cave of wonders.
Yep. Mustn't let them go to waste. I don't think there was anything further back.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future
Take
generations.
that gun.
I'll take this.
Two's better than one.
Until recently,
Get up there? Yep. Right, now I've got two guns. One's... I love it. So I'm at the last sort of bit, this room here, so I've got to find a key or something to open that door of Sobek's office, so I think that heavy I just killed probably has it. No?
Keep that for later.
What is this? This is probably how I open it. It looks like some kind of puzzle. But maybe not. Maybe I've got to switch. I've got to switch something on to do that, I think. It looks to be... no, not on. Not on. So... I don't know what I'm doing here. What was that? Oh no. What's that? Get through there. There's things that are not switched on. There's a hologram there. Or something. Where am I going?
Welcome to Hades. Zero Dawn's Extinction Failsafe Protocol. The ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is...
Looks like the only way onwards.
Oh, right. That's where I've got to go. Let's talk to this guy again. Oh, listen to him.
Welcome to Hades. Zero Dawn's Extinction Failsafe Protocol. The ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what the... What? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine your Gaia 200 years from now and this new biosphere growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos. Spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do. Which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocate it. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
Right. Noise complaints. From Travis Tate to Elizabeth Sobek. Subject, noise complaints. Colour me confounded. Colour me confounded Lizzie. Bash score. Anyone who says the OTT codes to bash core is straight up lying, and you know it. Old Traw don't have to no truck with commercialized razzle dazz. No, heck, I'd rather guzzle a liter of Soterium runoff than listen to Grey Swarm for 30 seconds. Hand to God and swear on my mama's grave, and she was religious. Now that ain't Bashcore blasting the Hades lab, shaking the walls, rattling folks' teeth. It's death metal, girl. Classical music, 80s and 90s mostly. Got me some Dutch deathcore, some Japanese gore grind, some Swedish cannibal themed stuff too. Stop by if you want a listen. Don't, or heck, just come within 50 meters of the lab. Ain't no bashcore. You'll see. Doctor here rather in the screech that rends the air, and feel in the throbbing pulse of the floor and walls and ceiling, and swallowing you up like you were Jonah, trapped in the gullet of gothic, dreadful deadfish. Hallelujah. Deathfish. Hallelujah. As for those requests for to burn it down, and no can do, Lizzie. This is how code. Turn down my death metal. Might as well give up stimulants. Chocolate melts or malts and industrial accident vids. Last I heard, we were supposed to be coding Hades down here. Am I really supposed to code an extinction protocol without death metal to inspire me? No, Ma, I don't think so. Stay cool, Trav. Phew, right. Could do some audio ones. I'm not liking these text ones. Right, where's that next audio or text one? Over here. I saw one here. Where is it? Here, right. Hades Protocol. Right. Take here. Just pop 3 blues. Pop 3 blues, but I earned it. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to Gaia's whatever, rather extreme exclusive executive authority. If that ain't worth ID 10-12 hours of dream time, what is? Before this, every assumption protocol designed failed in simulation because it was either too hard or too soft. Too hard, and it degraded the DNA core. Sure, it fried her figurative fingers off the figurative driving so Hades could take optional control, but by breaking her fingers, sometimes her arms too, so that couldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia taking control back after Hades has done his business, so had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for the wear. Too soft, and Gaia only pretended to relinquish control in simulation after simulation. Hades would take command of the terraforming system and reverse operations, only to have Gaia lurk in the background, quietly reversing processes and falsifying telemetry to hide its reference. Sneaky. Swear ain't nothing Gaia wouldn't do to keep life going, even when it's just simulated plant life. Turns out that the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective code shell, preserving its integrity, then unseal it from command position so Hades can skip into the figurative captain's chair and work its magic. Those blues are coming on strong now, so I'm not really describing it so clear, but pretty sure it'll work. Yeah, those blues are plenty strongs. Guess it's time to sleep and bed. I'll back to it tomorrow. Alligators. That doesn't make sense. I'll back to it tomorrow, alligators. Right, yeah, this guy's not making sense. Right. Now that's the way to go down there, but I don't want to go just yet because I don't think I've looked up everywhere back here yet. I want to kind of make sure that's where I am, so yeah. It's a big kind of room here, so I want to kind of make sure I've picked up all the what's down there. Right. Right, get the geography of this room. Just, so that's that bit in the middle, okay. I've got to take a gun, of course. Can't forget a gun. There's something there. Where am I now? So at the top end.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji.
I think I've
Recently,
heard
I
that.
was director of the International
Yeah, that's where we came in.
Memory Institute in New Tehran.
Because there's that in
As a
red.
heritage professional,
Right, that's where we came in. Don't know how to open this door. Find the entrance to Sobek's office. I'm gonna have to go further. Yeah, it's weird. Okay, let's take a gun. That one's got 27. Hold on, they're different. Exactly the same, I think. That one looks a wee bit different, doesn't it? There's a Deathbringer gun, and that's a Deathbringer gun, so I guess...
This might even the odds.
Okay, let's go. I've got to go into that room off to the... Actually, before I do that, I'll have to check everything up in this sort of level here. Oh. There's a bit up there, wasn't there? Didn't see this thing. What? No, up there. Why is it not? As testimonial. Why is it not directing me to it? That's a bit strange. There we go.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory. A falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it. It is my hope that there will be no need for men like me in the world to come. If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
Getting through the audios. Still, even them, even there's quite a few of them still. Phew. There's still a heap of them there to get. Right. So that was his, I don't know. Getting a message. Where's the other gun? It's over here. This. Where am I going here? I've got to get to that bit there, which gets me into there, I reckon. Where is it? Can't find it. I still can't get my way around here. It's just confusing until we get there. It's in here. Okay, that's where I'll started at. Now I've gotta go over here. Hold on. It's there. What's this? This is it here. Right, so I can't bring the gun up, I'm afraid. It's upstairs. Bummer. Yeah. Bummeroonies. Okay, let's just... it's in here, you gotta go, so... Oh, there's another one of these. Right, from Samina Ibaj to Travis Tate. Subject archive abuse. Mr. Tate, this mail concerns Apollo archive submission. Your 666th submission is just 5 days, and oh, what a doozy. Despite earlier warnings, i.e. inappropriate materials, you chose to submit 265 holographic remasters of acknowledged classics of extreme exploitation cinema. Allow me then to thank you, or to on 2 counts, for giving me the pleasure of rejecting your submission, thereby resigning your favourite Eastern European torture flicks and their ilk to the dust heap of oblivion. It truly warms my heart to know that I have saved future humanity from the ordeal of experiencing not just one, but all 16 installations of making a millipede. Don't worry, the Passalin material has already been preserved. Extreme perhaps, but art. 2. For clarifying a concept that has so long been ambiguous and ethically fraught for archivists such as myself, the definition of obscenity. You have freed me from the subjective quagmire embodied in Judge Potter's famous utterance. I know it when I see it. Thanks to you, I can now apply a single objective criterion. If Travis Tate submitted it, it's obscene. Accordingly, I have directed Apollo staff to summarily reject all of your future submissions, sight unseen. Perhaps you might invest the time you would have spent preparing further submissions on. Oh, I don't know, your assigned work. We have a world to save after all, or the rest of us do anyway. Dr. Samina Ibaj. Hey. I think that's them all here. Yep.
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it.
Damn.
A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Rally Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances. But, as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors, to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem, to say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
Okay. On. FZ Chambers. Right. From Patrick Brochard Klein to Elizabeth Sobek, subject FZ Chambers. The exogenic chambers arrived 2 days ago. I spent the last 36 hours examining them and poring over technical documentation. Their revelation astonishing. I don't know what you have to give for Far Zenith in trade to get these chambers, but it was worth it. In a single leap, their embryologists have vaulted past 50 years of technological shortcomings. The risks of ECMO resolved, nutrition delivery resolved, hormonal stability resolved, 12 other risk areas resolved. Before I examined these chambers, I considered the Odyssey to be a fool's errand. But if the rest of FZ's technology is at this level, well, a human colony around Sirius doesn't seem so impossible after all. Mass fabrication of the chambers will present a number of challenges, but I'm confident they can be resolved. I'm going to rest for a few hours, then get back to it. Expect a fabrication plan within 48 hours. PBK. Okay. Where am I? Oh, I'm in the square. Just about in the square. Alright, another one. No text, unfortunately. Oh, come on, what's going on there? It should be directing me to it. It's not fair. There we go. Carol Survivor Personae. Servitor, sorry, Personae. Persona, whatever. Right, that's Cradle, that's Creole. Cradle, these D's look like O's. Cradle Survivor Personae. Persona. Right, from Patrick Brochard Klein to Elizabeth Sobek, subject Cradle Servitor Persona. Development of the artificial persona for Cradle Servitors Tuner, disciplinarian healer, continues at a good pace. We are targeting tuning 0.4 for these constructs. This should allow low-grade empathy and limited improvisation without undermining adherence to codified behavior sets.